Hi, this is Tiffany at the Broke Horseman, and this is Indy. And if you've seen Indy in previous videos, you know he is a bit of a handful, so you'll expect him to be moving around here in a minute. Today I'm going to talk about something that I recently discovered that I really like, and I think that a lot of other people would like it as well. It's this Mustang rope Hackmore side pull. That's what they call it. And basically it's kind of a blend between a rope halter and a Hackmore that has these rings right here, and it has a throat latch so it'll stay put, and it's highly adjustable. As you can see, it kind of adjusts like a rope halter. These are stiff, not like a Pirelli halter, but more like a diamond braid type halter, or maybe a Weaver rope halter. But I got this on a whim. I saw it on Amazon and it was pretty cheap, and I thought, well, I ride him bitless. He rides most of the time in a little S Hackmore, and I thought this would be a nice, convenient little thing to have around, because a lot of times what I'll end up doing is I'll go out to do something around the barn or something with the horses, and I'll throw a halter on them, and I don't know whether I'm going to ride them. And then I end up riding them. And if you've ever tried to ride with a rope halter, there's no place to attach the reins that works well. You can attach them at the bottom where the rope halter is, but that kind of gives it's not a very clear signal when you're turning them, unless they're neck reined, and he is not neck reined. And if you try to clip them here, they either bunch up the rope halter or they slide. So there's no real way to ride in a rope halter well. And it gets inconvenient to have to go and get his bridle every time I decide I'm gonna ride. So I got this, and I really love it for that because I use it like a halter. Another thing that I love about it is if you use rope halters, you know they don't break, which is good if you have a fully trained horse. But a lot of times I have horses that, for whatever reason, they've been abused, neglected, whatever, they come in with issues. And when they lay back on a rope halter, it won't break. And if you aren't able to get your quick release knot to release, your horse could end up having to be cut out of that halter and could end up hurting itself before you get the chance to do that. That's also true when you haul with a rope halter. It's kind of dangerous because if the horse has a wreck in the trailer, that rope halter is not going to break. But I don't even have any flat halters anymore. So I thought this was a nice compromise because these will break. These metal rings, under enough pressure, these will break. These will break before your horse injures itself, which I really like. Yet it's still plenty strong enough to ride in, no matter how strong your horse gets. Now this rides a lot like most Hackmores, and I like the fact that this noseband doesn't seem to rub. A lot of the rope nosebands that come on Hackmores will rub their nose. This one doesn't, and it's adjustable, which I like. And you see you have the separate rings right here. And this part right here allows it to adjust between a wide variety of horses. Like my Rocky Mountain horse has a larger head, a much larger head, and it fits him just fine. And it's very quick and easy to adjust. And you just take the reins and you just clip them just like that. And then you're ready to ride. So I can tie in this, I can trailer in this, and I can just clip on the reins and I'm ready to go. It's really that simple. And I would say if you can ride your horse in a halter, you can ride your horse in this. And if your horse requires a little more stopping power, I would obviously recommend that you just go back and work on that before you continue to ride bitless, because that is most likely a training issue that can be resolved without going to a bigger, stronger bit or bitless option. But I really like this, and it was very, very affordable. I think it was under $30. Of course, it doesn't come with the reins. I already have these reins. I've actually had these reins about 15 years now. But I really like, he wants to know why he's standing here all this time. But I really like it because it is very versatile. I find myself reaching for this more and more, so much so that I'm gonna have to end up ordering another one because I really enjoy it. But I think this would have a place in almost everybody's barn as a good runaround. I also use this a lot when my 8-year-old's riding because she's still learning when she's riding my Rocky Mountain horse, because she's still learning how to use her hands, and I want to keep her out of his mouth. And that's important when you're training a young rider. But I would definitely check this out. I'm going to put a link at the bottom of the video, and let me know if you try it and you like it. And thanks a lot.